Uh, Good evening, friend. Sanjeev here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the International English Language Test. So, on the Facebook, I saw a lot of people are struggling to get the required score in the IELTS exams and PTE exams and all this stuff. So, today I'm going to talk to you about the IELTS. I'm going to talk to you about the PTE as well. I've got a lot of material for PTE as well and IELTS. IELTS, I'll tell you the first IELTS I have given myself in 2008, and to be honest, I've never studied a single day. My mom used to say, oh, you have an exam, go and prepare and all this stuff, but I've never prepared. During that time also I helped a lot of people, especially from Punjab, to get the required score, and none of my friend that I help has to do the IELTS twice, and neither me have to do IELTS any twice. I have got too much the scores, more than what I needed in India as well without the preparation, and one I've done here in Australia as well without preparation. So, and I'm thankful because I have studied English quite well. My writing is good, my reading is good, my listening is good, my speaking is also not bad. You can judge me on that, but you don't have to be perfect because English is our second language. So what we need here just to pass the IELTS, English IELTS score, we need to get the required IELTS score. Nowadays is 7 band. So the trick here, there's a lot of tricks here. That's what I see. A lot of people are not understanding that you have to follow certain rules. You don't have to be a master, like you don't have to be like really good to pass the IELTS out to get the required score in IELTS. Okay, what we have to do, you have to be mindful, and you have to know the tricks, have to the marking and all the stuff. But I'm gonna make a different video day by day as goes by. Normally I make video on weekend. So today what I'm gonna show you, and this video will be posted on my YouTube channel, Sanjeev Gupta, PENHILL Partners. So this is my PENHILL Partners, that's my company, and admin at penhillpartners.com.au, where you can contact me if you have any questions regarding that. Okay, so what is today I'm going to talk to you about the International English Language Test. I've just marked this one as a just for me to be mindful what I'm doing on my each episode. So today I'm gonna and I'm also let you know how to read it. It's just the first episode of first series I'm making of first episodes, and the way I go more further down, I will make more harder, and a lot of other stuff I'm gonna put on my YouTube channel. So today is just the intro. I'm giving you the introduction. What IELTS actually is it about? IELTS marking is based on the band. Okay, you have to acquire the required band. Before, to study diploma and everything, you needed 5.5. Okay, to study diploma, but nowadays it has been changed and it's now asking 666. Okay, and then when you go to apply, they wanted you to get 777 so that you get a points, extra points for IELTS. So this is all up to you, what are your requirement and how much hard work you do. That's what. But what I'm going to give it to you is the tricks, and I'm going to explain you where the marks are, where you have to go, and some of the places where marks are so easily available if you follow a pattern. Okay, writing pattern and what the so being a examiner, being a marker of a university paper here in Australia, what I and as well as back home also, I used to mark the paper, answer paper of students. So what I have learned here in the university, we have a guidelines. Okay, so each step has got a marks. Okay, so it's not like that your answer is wrong, that means like, it's not a mathematics. Even in maths, just your answer, if your answer is not correct, but if you follow all the steps, you get the marks. And trust me, whenever I mark, I have seen few students, they actually don't do anything. If they don't know, they just leave it blank, or if they know, they just go to the exactly to the point. But that's not where you get the full marks. Even your answer is right, but you're not gonna get the full marks because you're not following all the steps. So what the important thing is, there you have to follow all the steps. Okay, so let's come back to the IELTS. Okay, so there's a few four sections: so writing, reading, listening, and speaking. Okay, so the writing, reading, listening, and speaking. Okay, speaking, most of us are good. So there's also a trick in speaking which I'm gonna later you, but just for now is you have to show the body language. You have to pause. That's what a lot of people are struggling. When they go in the flow. Okay, you don't have, when you're giving the right exams, you have, because they have to record. Okay, You have to understand they have to record the speaking. So you have to go slow, you have to pause, you have to show body language. And this is all playing with the psychology of the marker, a psychology of the invigilator who is taking the exam. Okay. So writing is I'm gonna focus just on later writing, essay and essay. Like I'm just giving you essay. It can be paragraph writing, or you can call anything. Okay, paragraph writing, or write on the subjects and all the stuff you can say for the sake of your understanding. But later can be two types of formal and informal. Okay, so in the formal letter there's a patterns. There's a marking guide. Okay, so even in the formal letter, okay, here you get half marks, here you get 1 marks, here you get 2 marks, here you get 3 marks. So the marks are divided. Similarly in the informal letter as well. Okay, all the marks are divided. Okay, you mention this, you got 1 marks. 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 So this all is not about the content only. Okay, and your grammar is just not. That's what we people don't understand. It's just not your grammar is wrong, then you will not get the marks, or not like that. If you mention all, you follow all the steps. Okay, and I will show you in my next in the future video that where the marks are. Okay, so if you follow those steps, you will get your marks. Okay, even if your grammar is wrong, even your subjects, sentence writing is wrong, doesn't matter. You will not get that marks or the points for those points, but you will get the points for other. So you have to learn that tricks that most of the people don't understand and don't follow. Okay, and normally in the essay writing they will give you a subject. You have to write in favor of that subject or against of that subject. But then also there's a pattern. So there's also some certain things to follow where the marks are. Okay, okay. So all the marks are distribution. You have to understand where the marks are, which I will tell you. And one of them is this current topics. Okay, here also the same thing. The marks are distributed in a different patterns for different purpose. You have to understand that purpose, and you have to find where the marks are. Okay, there's a lot of trainers or people are coming nowadays. I'm talking about Western Australia. There's a lot of people or trainers are coming nowadays. Okay, we will teach you, we will this, you, we will do that. They will charge you money. Of course they should charge me if they are putting the hard work on thing. For me is that I give you I don't used to charge any money before that, and currently I'm not charging any money yet. But if I have to spend time and effort, then I have to. Okay, so what it is here is that problem is not that I have consulted some of the students, some of the friends, students that have come to me for help. And I'm shocked to hear that some of the one in the city, I'm not gonna the name, they are giving them the trick how to avoid the computer. Like they're doing the PTE exams or all the stuff. So they are teaching them how to copy paste, how to avoid the about the mistakes, and they're not focusing on to teaching you, giving you the skill that you can pass any test. With me, what I feel is important is to make you prepare. Okay, for any kind of exams, whether it's international English language test, whether it's PT, whether it's a TOEFL, or whether general English language test, for any work requirement. Even now you go for study, or even for others, they ask you to go to do the basic literacy, numeracy and writing test. Okay, even if you go for the uni and all the stuff, this basic requirement they will ask you. So if you know how to do that, okay, then you will have no problem in any exam. You just have to follow the guidelines of the exam and you will pass. So my aim is here. That's what not many trainers or many people are teaching you, to equip you. I want to equip you. I want to give you the skill. I want to give you the tools that you can sit down in any exams and pass the results. Okay, of course you have to follow my instruction, and that's the good thing. I can speak in Hindi, English, Bengali, Punjabi, and I speak to the language that the person understand. Okay, and I will make you understand. Okay, I have a pattern which I have learned throughout my career, career history. Back home, back here, I'm always a educator, always interested in studying different kind of courses and all this stuff. So what I'm gonna teach you today in this section is that I'm gonna equip you with the knowledge that you need to pass any exam, whether it's IELTS, PT, or TOEFL. I will give you the basic tools that you can use in all these exams and get your required result. I'm not gonna make you master of English. I'm not gonna here to equip you to do a PhD on English or anything. I'm just wanna equip you to pass that IELTS requirements that you need for PR, permanent residency or visa extension or anything. Okay, if you want to contact me, you contact me, add me at penhillpartners.com.au. Okay, so coming back to here, so there is a pattern of writing, there's a marks distribution pattern that you have to follow. So most important thing is that I'm going to teach you with this word limits 200 to 400 to 1000 words. Okay, I can make you to write such a good essay or paragraph writing under the 500 words, where you will get the most marks, where will be less chances of making mistakes, and you will get more marks if you follow my patterns. Okay, if you follow my instruction, if you follow my tips. And but to do this, to improve your writing skill, even speaking skill, even your listening skill, okay, few basic things have to be fixed first, have to be the base. I myself consider that these are the base that I need to build in the short frame of time to my students to pass this exams. Okay, so what is these skills is first things, if you have a better understanding of grammar. Okay, so normally Rian Martin is the Rian Martin is the book that I follow a lot, and this book is on the back of my mind. I have mastered these books back home as well and back here. That is all in my mind. Okay, these books is give you everything about how to learn English, like how to master English. Okay, that's why you will never have a struggle problem. But you can't study this in 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, or 1 year. Okay, it requires your academic. I have used that books throughout my academic, on all my educations all my life. That's why I can say I'm confident that I can sit down today in any IELTS exam and I will get the required result that I want. That is minimum 7 without studying, even if without touching a book. That much confidence I got, and I got confidence because I know where to get the marks, where to get all the knowledge and all the stuff. So in fact, if you want to improve, this is the fundamental. Okay, the noun. Okay, I will in the next writing section, when I will make different episode. I will take each one at a time and I will explain you. So noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective. These are, I'm not gonna master you in all this. What I'm gonna do, how we can use these smartly. Okay, so that you make less mistakes and you collect more marks. Okay, so it's not I'm gonna master you in 1 week. Of course I'm not gonna master you to to do any to do a PhD or write any books or anything. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you enough knowledge that you can use in your IELTS and PT or in exams. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, and adjective. This will form the backbone of your exams. All this writing, reading, listening, and speaking. Okay, and I'm also here helping verb. Okay, this one will help you whenever you get confused, whenever you got stuck. This will help you to navigate your process through that crisis situation when you can't think of the word, I can't think of this, which I will give you again. So I'm going to say noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, and helping verb. So this I will tell you how to master this in the shortest frame of time and get a habit, and will give you those words which you will quite often use. Okay, and those words which can navigate you when you are stuck in a crisis point of time. And trust me, you will never had any problem if you master this skill. You will never had any problem in writing anything. I can write I write notes, books, and everything I write, and I can keep writing. And to be honest, swear to God, I tell you, when I was doing my first IELTS exam and I was writing, okay, and I was writing so many pages I have written, that swear to God, I'm saying that invigilator came to me and told me like that, you have written enough, Don't write too much. There will be, you are giving them more opportunity to make mistakes or reduce your marks because you have written more than the required words. I think there was a 1500 words or something like that. I'm not quite sure. It's been 10 years now. But she said to me, Sanjeev, you're writing way too much. You wait. You have done, you have finished. Just sit down, let other finish, and then we will collect the paperwork. And this was my first IELTS exams without any score, without anything, and I scored 7.5 without even editing a single day. I just, in the morning, I wake up, day before I have to come and check in a hotel, stayed there. Next day, just came down, give the exams, stayed there, and in the afternoon I checked out. So it's very straightforward. I didn't have to struggle because I knew back of mind that this book has given me that skill, that skill set that I have that I can use in any way. Okay, so and I do all the tricks. I have a trick for reading. I have a trick for listenings. Okay, I do have everything. So, okay, listening. I'll tell you how to do this if you're coming into my class. I might not touch more about the listening and all the stuff, but reading also. But reading definitely, I will give you the most effective way that I have learned from my masters. I learned from my gurus and all the stuff, and those works. Trust me, those skills work, and those make my life so easier on me. And it's just a simple thing. When I was taught that, I wasn't stressed. Where I thought it's gonna take too much time because I used to do a competitive exam back home India as well. So I says, it's gonna take too much time, and they took they really said, Sanjay, follow us because we are telling you because of some reason. Okay, we have mastered this skill, we have done our research. Okay, this will not only save you time, but it will also make you more correct, more accurate, and I will give you that skill on later stage. And so these are the things where you have to which I'm gonna tell you about the formal, informal, how to write for or against a topic, or write about a current topics, how you have to write without being more the quality thing here when you write these essays. One of the biggest mistake people make it, people go in the flow and they started putting their own opinion. That's where you get in the hot water. Okay, so what you have to do is never interrupt or never put your own personal views over there. Okay, because this is not your political platform or a speech or anything like that, or there's no place where you can get a clap or anything. This is place where you're gonna get marks. Okay, so you don't know invigilators what kind of opinions they have, what kind of mindset have. So that's why the most important thing is to you can write against a topic being a neutral, and that's where the trick is, and that's what the trick I am going to give it to you, to write against or speak against a topic, or say write against a topic without being judgmental or without being pushing your own opinion, without pushing your own agenda, being a neutral and being honest to the topic. I'll teach you that. Okay, so if you noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, and helping verbs. Even if you're doing at home, if you want to learn yourself, master these things. Okay, and this will give you the required skill test to pass an exam. Once you have done this one, once you have mastered this these 5, okay, then you come back to this one. Okay, and this you can memorize. Okay, so what is this? Synonyms. Like for one word you can use a different word. Okay, sometimes same sentence you can't use, same sentence you can't use again and again, but you don't want to use but when you're not sure, and when you're when you're not sure, or when you're in doubt that if you're going to use different sentence, you're going to make a mistakes, so you can use a same sentence with the different verbs in different questions. You can use the same thing in the letter. You can same sentence you can use in the essay, just changing the verbs, like synonyms. Use synonyms. Synonyms is what? It's like a same word with a different meaning. Okay, so which I'm gonna teach you. There's a lot of example of synonyms, like it's mainly the same, but you can be says Ram is a good boy, Ram is a best boy. like all those come in a verb. I'm not talking about the verb particle or things like synonyms means it's the same meaning. Antonyms means a different meaning. So good, bad, right, wrong, like those comes. It can be good, it can be similar like good, it's correct, it's a right. These are the synonyms. And against antonyms, when it's two different meaning, you're contradicting the other person. Like Ram is a good boy, no, Ram is a bad boy. He ate, no, he didn't eat. So these are the antonyms. You have to memorize. And this part is very important in your building your skill set. That what I'm saying here, what we are working here is on skill set. Okay, skill set, right? Skill set. This will help you in any exam. Okay, so in order to improve your skill set, you need your vocabulary. Your vocabulary has to increase. Okay, and how you can increase the vocabulary? By memorizing synonyms. It's, you can find in everywhere. You can Google it and find it. 10 words a time. Like if you're preparing with me for 7 days, okay, suppose, okay, so I'm gonna teach you 10 synonyms per day. That means 70 synonyms, 70 words. 70 multiple words. You remember now. 10 antonyms, like 10 times 7, like 70 antonyms. One word substitution, which is one of the master stroke that I have learned in my skill set. That was one of the most beneficial tools. I have a skill set when you have to write under the word limit, so you cannot exceed 500 words. Okay, but you have to put your points. Then where it's help your one word substitutions. Okay, so one word substitution is like to in order to replace one, like whole one sentence, you can use with one word, which you have to go and read the books and everything you can find in Google. And if you can find this book, man, Rian and Martin, that's one of the best book, English Grammar by Rian and Martin. And that's vocabulary. This is where I'm gonna talk to you for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, maybe 4 minutes. So, and this is free of course, so you should not have any problem in listening to me. It's for your own goods. So vocabulary is very important. Okay, it's not, and how it's not important just in the writing. It's gonna help you in your reading, your listening.